How's it going, my dudes? Welcome back to another Calibria Crystal Guardians video. Okay, so for today, we are back in won2three4's account. Today, we'll be taking a look at another few of his really interesting characters. Basically, we are looking at Asura, but actually, we are kind of looking at Destruction Idol with Asura. But Asura will be the main focus for this video. I'm just gonna use him with Destruction Idol because they work together really well. Okay, so I'm just commentating because I've recorded all these runs beforehand. So there are two main ways to play Asura. The first way is the one that I'm not so comfortable with, but it's still something to take note of. Okay, so the first way is to build him with Kong's body, okay? And the way I'm intending to build him is with a lot of HP and a little bit of defense to keep him alive, okay? So this is what Kong's body does. When attacked, reduce incoming damage by 50%, and the damage reduced will be saved and added to the next attack as additional damage. This additional damage can crit and do critical damage as well. And the next skill, S2, Bloodlust Flame. Attacks an enemy 3 times, critical rate is equivalent to your current HP percentage, so your crit rate increases as your HP gets higher, and crit damage works the other way around as it increases as your HP percentage gets lower. And defense breaks on a successful crit. Okay, and then Fiery Fist, his S1, similar to Bloodlust Flame. Higher HP percent increases crit rate, lower HP percent increases crit damage. HP regen lock on a successful crit. Okay, so importantly, I'm running my team with resistance lead. Okay, I'm going to remove Celine after this because I realize that Destruction Idol has the resistance lead as well. And you should also notice that my Asura has 2 counter runes, 2 counter sets. Okay, so the idea is the moment he gets hit, he's gonna build up his Kong's body by taking more damage. So the reason why I gave him 2 HP and 1 defense rune set is to make sure that he has more HP to take more hits, so that when he finally counter attacks, he will punch back with the force of whatever damage that he has received so far. So you might want to be more focused on his HP stat rather than his defense stat, because you want the Kong's body to charge up a lot more. Alright, does that make sense to you? It's not the same as how people usually build Asura, where he has like a ton of defense stats, right? Because at the end of the day, when you counter attack, your damage is going to come mostly from the damage that you have already received for yourself. So that's the way I am thinking of playing him in this build. This is the first of the 2 builds. It's quite effective, as you can see. Whenever I don't even need to be fast, right? I just need to take hits and then I will counter attack. Okay, so let's take a look at another run. Like I said, I'm just commentating over this recording, right? Okay, and now we take a look at when I remove Celine and I just include Destruction Idol so that I have the resistance lead. So with the resistance lead, I'll be able to have like, I think 85 to 90% resistance. That's what you want to go for, because if you get petrified, you're not going to be counter attacking. Okay, if you get a lot of stuns, if you get controlled basically, and unable to move, you will not be able to take your counter attacks, which is going to be a huge hit on his usefulness. So you really want him to have a lot of resistance, okay? But this is for the first build. For the second build, you don't really need him to have a lot of resistance. I'll show you in a moment. But as you can see, Destruction Idol really works well with Asura, because Destruction Idol, he can put this spike shield on Asura that reflects Destruction Idol's HP, part of his HP as a fixed damage, right? True damage. And this is a third battle. It's crazy because like my runes are really okay. It's not really my runes. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. His runes are not really that good. I would say that his subs are not ideal. The way you want to build Asura, I think for this build, right, with Kong's body, is just a lot of HP and a lot of defense subs. You don't even need to care about speed. Oh yeah, one more thing, resistance sub as well. As you can see, I got frozen, which is really unfortunate. It's normal to be stunned by Enchantress. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. But to be frozen, that's where it shows that your resistance is not good enough. Okay, now we take a look at the other build. Okay, so this time I'm not using Kong's body anymore. As you can see, I'm using Berserk runes. You don't really have to run Berserk runes. You should, in fact, not be running Berserk runes. You should be running maybe just a lot of defense and blessing runes, or or even resistant runes as well. Okay, those are very effective for this build. Okay, so with this current build that I'm running with, Unbrokened Body, while being attacked, 70% chance to reflect 100% of own defense in fixed damage and recover 6% of your own HP. So in this case, you don't even need to counter attack at all. You just need to stay there, not get, I mean, in fact, you can be stunned as well. Okay, you can just stay there, 0 speed, you don't even need to move. As long as they attack you, they're going to take damage. So as you can see, it's a little bit different. The concept is different. The idea is different. In this case, you really want to have a lot of defense. Okay, so for this build, his runes are not that good. So he only has like, I think 5k, 4k defense plus. That's not good enough. You need to have like 7k defense for you to be super tanky, super disgusting. Okay, so Asura is meant to have the most disgusting runes that you have. He works increasingly well the better your runes are. Okay, so as long as he cannot die, he's going to be incredibly dangerous. So I feel like this build of his, the second build, I feel like it's a lot better than the first build, because if I'm going to be using Destruction Idol, I feel like it's going to be more meaningful that way, because with Destruction Idol you want your team to get hit more often, which is kind of like the point of sorry, excuse me, it's kind of like the point of the current build that Asura is running. So as you can see, he's stunned, he's unable to do anything, but he's still able to kill the Enchantress just because he's just there, you know. So it's really crazy. You don't even need to move, you just let the enemy kill themselves. So that's kind of like the point of Destruction Idol as well. So the two of them work really well hand in hand. Both of them really exploit the fact that you don't even need to run speed. And in fact, you counter most speed teams by just having these two defenses set up like that. So Popo, all that is really no big deal, because like if I do take a turn and I counter, and I don't counter attack, but if I do take a turn and I punch them, it's gonna defense break them, it's gonna heal block them. It's gonna be very meaningful in terms of attempting to defeat them. Alright, GG. So these are really common arena defenses that you will see everywhere. Okay, so take note that our runes are not that good. They are not that good. Like honestly speaking, the Destruction Idol doesn't even have like a whole lot of HP as well. 60k is really not a lot if you're gonna build him full on HP. So we're just gonna take a look at more ways that, you know, all these very common defenses completely nullified with like this build. So Asura is really disgusting. I mean, like the reason why I wanted to showcase this Asura video in the first place is I seriously got 1v4'd by someone's Asura, which was so embarrassing. And that gave me the idea of expanding from the Asura build. So it's not really exactly what the guy was running on his Asura kit, but when I started to take a look at Asura for himself, wow, this is crazy. Then I, you know, won2three4, he has an Asura, which is why I'm able to borrow his account. So won2three4, I hope you're watching this video, okay? As you can see, your team, your team of 2 is literally clearing enemy comms of 4. So you can add another 2 more heroes, whoever it could be, and you will still have a really successful run. Okay, so I think maybe just one more run and then we can call it a day. This is basically the build, the preferred build of mine. Okay, this is the preferred build of mine. If I ever do own an Asura, which is highly unlikely, this is gonna be the way I'm definitely gonna play him. Lots of defense, and you are using the, I forgot the name of the passive. Okay, but yeah, the other passive, Weakening Body or something like that. You're gonna want to go with that because you don't need to move. You don't need to be not locked down. You know, you can be stunned, you can be whatever, you know, as long as you're not Oblivion. I'm not sure what the term is for Oblivion in this game, but as long as your passive can still run, this is really incredibly dangerous. And I do have a Destruction Idol as well, so I'm really hoping that I do get a Medusa and then I can get my Asura. And yeah, so for the other 2, you might want to bring healers, you might want to bring like maybe some fast burst DPS, I don't know, something to like help you weaken the enemy from the start, alright, so that you can guarantee yourself an automatic win. So yeah, I think that's about all for the runs. Okay, so that has been won2three4's team, or rather his Asura, and of course his Destruction Idol as well. But I hope you understand the OP-ness of Asura. I feel like he is by far one of the better LD net 4s out there, and net 5s out there. I know some people aren't aware of what he can do, but I hope this video shows you how useful he is. Alright, so with that said, thank you for watching. I'll see you again in the next video.